Hello everybody, welcome back to Dirty Boots Bushcraft. Today we are going to be building a firewood lean-to. So we're going to build like a little shelter to store firewood at camp. We're going to do it between these two trees here, and because they both got some good branches, we could probably manage to just build it without any paracord, just with the balancing the branch between these two trees. Okay, so I found a good branch to use as the kind of horizontal one that every other branch will lean on, but my axe is currently pretty blunt. I've been using it a lot recently in lots of videos, and it's become quite blunt, which makes chopping kind of processing wood and getting the limbs off branches quite annoying. We've got this really nice portable diamond coated sharpening tool, so what we're going to do is going to put a tiny bit of water on there, and then what we're going to do is just run it along the blade of our axe head like this, keeping your fingers far away so you don't get fingers caught. I'm just going to run it along like this, trying to keep a steady angle. And remember, whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other side, otherwise you're not going to get any sharpness on your axe blade. And start with the coarser grit. Start with the coarser side of your tool. Okay, so that's that side. Then we'll go to the finer grit. Okay, so now the edge is much sharper. If I'd done that for longer and if I had a kind of proper whetstone with me, it would have been even sharper, but you don't really need an axe razor sharp. Well, I've found you don't. That's done a good job, and it's a really good tool to bring with you. So let's get back to building the lean-to. Okay, so I found a branch that fits between the two trees, but I'm just going to go through my axe and take all the knobbly bits off. And then right at the end there, I'm going to probably saw that bit off as well. Okay, I'm just going to take this part off this tree limb so it fits nicely into the tree. Okay, we have now slotted this branch between these two trees. There's quite a bit sticking out at this end, but we can always take that off later. I've tested it, it seems to be quite strongly in place. It's good hard wood, you can hear that kind of quite loud sound when I hit it. If it was like really rotten, my axe would probably go into the wood more, and it would be wetter wood, and it would make more of a soft sound. But that hard kind of knocking noise is good, often a good sign. So yeah, we're now going to take the excess off this end over here. It's good. You want about 30 centimeters poking out from each side, just to make sure that when there's wind and stuff, it doesn't kind of crash down, which can happen because trees do move quite a bit. But so we're not going to take a lot off, we're just going to take that so it doesn't kind of hit anyone if they walk past. Okay, that is standing quite strong now. We've taken a piece off the end. So what we need to do now is just look for branches and just lean them up against it. Don't really worry about the size. If they're too short, obviously it won't work, but if they're too long, you can always chop the excess off. Okay, so I've managed to find a fair few branches to lean against our horizontal section. As you can see, got a few there, got a few there. It doesn't matter if they're it doesn't really matter if there are spaces between them at the moment. We can readjust them at the end to try and minimize that, but we're also going to kind of add moss or leaves and twigs onto the top of it. The main thing I'm focusing on now is just kind of finding enough branches that are about the right length. The best way to do it is to cut them down, because then you can pick and choose. You can pick and choose your kind of length and your width and things, and that will make a much tighter, more closely knit roof. However, I'm not going to cut any trees down for this project, so we're just going to keep finding them where we can. There are definitely more laying around, but yeah, this is what it's looking like at the moment. Next steps we're going to do obviously are finding all of these branches. It takes a lot longer than it looks. You need quite a few of them, and they're quite hard to drag across the forest floor back to camp, but we'll definitely find enough. And then the next thing we'll do once that's all done is we'll just spend some time arranging those branches, cutting all of the long ends off, and just putting them in a way that minimizes the gaps. What we'll do then is, in these kind of triangular corners, we will stand some sticks up to kind of make sure that everywhere is protected. And then once we've done that, I think what we'll do is we will pack the kind of holes between the sticks on the roof. Once we've done that, I think what we'll probably end up doing is finding a tarp, because if this is going to be our kind of log storage, we want it to be completely dry all the time. We'll do a bit of a test and see how well things do, but I mean, there's no real way you can completely stop water getting through unless you've got a tarp and things. So that's definitely the best option. But yeah, so we're out of time for today. Like I said, it takes quite a bit longer than it looks. So what we're going to do is we're just going to carry on with this next video and try and get it finished. Hopefully we can finish it in the next video. And yeah, so yeah, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Doesn't look too much like a good lean-to at the moment, but it will look better once we kind of keep going. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll get this finished next time. Thank you for watching.